the fuck is this? Hey folks, Adam here. This is going to be kind of a, it's mainly a shout out video. It's kind of a catch-all video. I've got so many irons in the fire right now. It's amazing. It's like, I got so many ideas for videos at the moment. It's truly insane. My cousin's asking me if I'll do a gameplay on the game D. We used to play it when we were a kid, and we got a kick out of it. And it was one of the very first, like, 2 titles I bought for the PS1. I bought Resident Evil and I think D at the same time. And we played both those out at his house. I remember taking my PlayStation out there and us laughing at the guy going, Laura, Laura. And the fact that you couldn't pause that game, and the only way you could take a break is to, like, when it said to switch discs, you had to wait, you know, and go do whatever, and then come back and put the disc in. Because it runs on a 3-hour timer, and if you don't beat it in 3 hours, you know, that's just the way it is. So it's one of those games that you really, if you want to take a break, you got to wait in between swapping discs. And he said something about that. Gaming Galleon asked if I ever had done a Sega Master System video, because I said I was posting some archive stuff and I had pulled some stuff down. He was like, Captain Raz was like, where is your Sega Master System collection video? Did you pull it down? And I'm go, you know what, to be honest, I'm not sure I ever made a Sega Master System game collection video. I mean, I probably, if I do, I'll probably just show the games, because all the Sega Master System stuff I have, you saw in that left turn video. It's basically one system, one controller, the hookups, and that gun, and that's it. I mean, I do have a power base converter for the Gen Model 1 to play Master System games. So I'll show the power base converter in the games, and we'll get a video together here real soon on the Master System. That's just 2 things, though. I recently have been trying to chat everybody up. I think I'm driving everybody insane, posting videos every day. But it's just, I've been so invigorated, I guess. I've just been back in black, you know, trying to get back in. And it's like, I don't know, I've been having a blast this last week. So I appreciate all the comments and all the things that have been going on, and that you guys are digging some of the stuff, and then I'm putting up more vids. And you know, if it inspires some of you to do some response vids, some gameplays, or throw some vids up yourself, that is awesome. And that's kind of why I wanted to shout a guy out. I recently started chatting him up just on some 3DO stuff. He had asked about the turbo. I believe he had asked about the TurboGrafx. I'm not sure who asked about the TurboGrafx at this point, because I've talked to so many people. But somebody asked about the TurboGrafx, and I posted that video, and then I don't know, somehow we were talking about 3DO, and he was really interested. He had a side question for me about whether or not the 3DO startup screen had sound or not, because he has a 3DO but he doesn't have the controllers. Let me shout this guy before I even get into it. His name's Chal Izor, and he's just dipping his toe in. He's starting to do a couple videos. Mainly, I think he did them for me, just to kind of show me some stuff. But this guy doesn't understand that, I mean, he's like a brother from another mother to me. I mean, he talks about his mom and him running a booth and going to the thrift stores and antiques and stuff. My grandmother, God bless her, still alive, almost 90 years old. She was more of a junker than an antiquer, but she's done it all, from they ran a restaurant and a bar to they ended up eventually turning that building into a flea mall, a little mall where they sold booze and did flea stuff. And I actually had picked some stuff up from her flea mall that I'm going to show in this vid, because I told him, he was showing some of those the Burger King and glasses and stuff from back in the day for the Great Muppet Caper, and I told him I always am on the hunt for those, and Return of the Jedi Burger King glasses and stuff. Here in Independence, Missouri, and in this area, the thrift stores, they're like bone dry of that stuff anymore. You cannot find it. And I think I might have a couple Return of the Jedis in here, and I think I paid a couple bucks up at my grandma's flea mall when it was still open. They eventually sold all their storage units, all their property, all that stuff. And I think there's a restaurant in the building that used to be a restaurant that became a flea mall. I think it's back to being a restaurant under new ownership now. But I don't know how many times I've been out shopping at flea malls, antique stores, and that's another upcoming video. Big Daddy Darth tipped me off to the fact that they're closing my Flea Mart. Flea Mart's going to be closing at the end of this month, and you've seen quite a few videos probably of stuff I've gotten at Flea Mart. A lot of my laser discs I got from a guy at his booth out at Flea Mart. I used to go to a guy's booth I called Duder that had a bunch of video game stuff. I got my Ninja Gaiden 3 from him. I got one of my more rare Sega Master System games, but I won't give that away here because I'm going to show them soon. I think I got Palamedes. I think I got a couple of boxed games from this guy out there, and I got my Fantastic Dizzy card only for the Genesis, but yeah, I'm going to miss that place, even though lately it seems like they've been overcharging it on everything and stuff. I went in today, kind of shot around. I'm going to have to rough that video together for y'all, but they're going to be closing up shop in a couple weeks. I won't give it away whether I bought anything or not, but you'll kind of see. It's kind of an old school Sandamtod video where I'm just shooting the store, kind of deal. So it might be kind of a throwback. But anyway, Chal Izor, he's trying to dip his toe in. He's making some gameplay videos. He's showing some of his antique stuff. And, that's right up my alley. He was thinking about doing a little gameplay. That's awesome, too. I'd love to see it. Anything, pickups are awesome. This, people, I believe, if you communicate with people, that's what I'm saying. We just went back and forth in the messages about some 3DO stuff, and I said, hey, buddy, because he was saying he didn't have a controller for his 3DO, and I said, I can see what I got, and I kind of went through my stuff and kind of shot a video for him of some of my stuff that I had that was extra, and, I said, if you want to do a trade or anything, that'd be cool, and he kind of just shot a little video in return, kind of showing a couple things, showing a little bit of his SNES collection and stuff, and and then we kind of decided. He said he's really looking to kind of get a Panasonic controller because all I had was a Gold Star Extra, and since it's an FZ1, he kind of wanted to get the Panasonic controller, which I don't blame him. And most of my games were jewel case and might have had the directions and stuff, but they weren't long boxes and stuff. So he kind of said he thought maybe he was gonna go a different route with that, but he sounds like he's really collecting Genesis stuff right now anyway, which is cool. I don't know. I think he's got a lot of potential, and I think he needs some interaction, just like me. That's the main reason I think I am kind of I have an addictive personality, I think. The collecting and the other things. I've never gotten addicted to anything bad, like alcoholism or drugs or anything. Well, I got addicted to food. I mean, come on. I was fat as hell, and I've lost some weight, and I got a lot more to go. But, I was addicted to junk food and stuff. And but I get addicted to the hunt for video game stuff. I get addicted to talking to you all in the comments, and the only way I feel like I can keep that convo going is keep throwing up videos. And lately, I have been spoiled for ideas, so that's great. But I thought I'd show Chal Izor and give him a shout, and I'll put his link down below, and you all can go check out his vids, sub him. He's thinking about getting some more stuff going on, which is awesome. Anybody. You just have a little conversation. That's what I was saying in my video where I shouted Vidium out, just kind of saying, buddy, I hope things are getting better. He talked me into doing videos. He said, come join us on here, and I said, okay. And I made a video, and I was nervous as hell the first video I ever made, and you can still see it to this day. It's called my first game, my first vid or something. And you can tell I'm nervous, and I don't really. And the first couple vids I did, I really felt like I was kind of doing a little bit of a persona thing, where I was like, okay, folks, this is the competition, this is the games, this is this and that, and I kind of dropped that. after about a half dozen videos or so when I was kind of doing it in the very beginning. But there was a switch after about 3 or 4 vids I did where I really changed the game room around and stuff. So the first couple vids, it's the same room, but this background is not here. It's like a white wall, and I think maybe a fake plant in the corner. I'm chatting a mile a minute here. We're going to get into some of this stuff here. I'll let you go check out his vids, and I'll kind of explain some things. I got a pickup here, a couple little deals. I'm not going to do a lot of pickups in this video, but I had a example of something that he was talking about in his latest video that I was going to show. But he was talking about going and finding the stuff at the thrift stores and the antiques and things. And yeah, I have helped reupholster chairs. I've done all kinds of stuff, man. So I know what you're talking about, and there is money to be made in it, believe it. Anyway, to start off, he showed a beer sign, a Bud Light guitar beer sign that he got for a pretty good price. And I told him I had an old-ass beer sign that I cannot get the clock to work on, but it's a Miller Lite sign, and I told him I would show it. This sucker is definitely from like the 70s or 80s, and it was made in the USA because I've had to open it up almost every single time I go to get it to work because it's just got some workings inside, and they really need to be oiled and stuff. And really, there's a little fluorescent light bulb on the inside, which I think is kind of going out, so it kind of flickers. And I mean, really, I think I replaced that. But I know nothing about how to get the clock working on this. And if I could get the clock working, I would hang this on my own wall. This thing is heavy as hell, and it is industrial, believe it. This hung in my grandparents' bar. And then they put it in some storage units, and then I fished it out of the storage units when they were cleaning them out and kept it. So anyway, I'm going to show it without further ado. I don't think I ever showed this. I'm like licking my fingers to wipe some dirt off of it and shit. I tried to wipe it off, but I didn't do a very good job. Half-assed like normal, Adam. Great. I've tried to mess with it before and get it to work, but this hung in their bar for years. Because I remember seeing it in there when I'd go in to play PacMan and Mappy and fucking Phoenix and Asteroid. Some of the games they had over in the bar that you couldn't play in the restaurant that, during the day when the bar was closed, we could go over there and play them and stuff and whatever. So, I don't remember when they opened the bar, they originally opened the restaurant and then they added the bar on, they built it on. And then, I think, like in the evening was kind of when they opened the bar up pretty much. I mean, it wasn't like open all day most of the time. So, but it was kind of like a one-horse town. So it was like the only watering hole around. So pretty much, busy every night. So, Anyway, I'm putting this off, I know. Here we go. This is the sign here. Miller High Life. The champagne of bottled beer. Yes, folks. I'm going to plug it in. I don't even know if it'll come on. It seems like I plugged it in 2 different times before I did this video. And both times it hesitated coming on. So we'll see what happens here. I'm like off camera. I'm not even shooting myself. And let's see. Well, part of it's moving. Let's wait and see if the light comes on. Maybe it's going to warm up. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm going to show this. Now, like I said, I really wish I could get the clock working. But all the gold trim on this and stuff, the paint's kind of coming off. And I'm not a refurbisher by any means. So, I don't even know if this camera's been framed decent this whole time. But here it is with the lights on. The champagne of beer. Oh, yeah. I think it's pretty cool. Like I said, this thing probably weighs about 30 pounds. I'm not kidding you. It's heavy. And it was made in America because it says on the inside, made in USA. Yeah, but I can't find a date thing, the date or anything on this thing. It's so old. But it's pretty cool. I just wish the clock would work. You can see the second hand isn't moving. And these numbers, you can flip them, different numbers and stuff. But, it's supposed to click. You could hear it click when the numbers would flip. And I remember it working, but it don't work no more. So, anyway, that's it. I mean, I hang on to it because I think it's so cool and it's old. But I really wish there was a way to get that clock working without get that clock working without much knowledge about it. Yeah. So anyway, I told him I had a sign. That's the one I have. They got rid of a lot of their neon ones. Those are the ones that are really more expensive. But this one, like I said, I think just went in a storage unit, and then I fished it out of there eventually. So, but like I said, he was showing some glasses and stuff, some Muppet caper and Star Trek and stuff. And I'm not exactly sure what some of this is, but I do know what some of it is. See, I don't know what... I think these are Batman Forever glasses, to be honest. I think these little ones are Garfield McDonald's glasses. And then I think the glasses I'm going to show are down here in the bottom of this box here. We might as well just start pulling them out and see what we got here. Because I don't really know how they're wrapped. Yeah, Garfield McDonald's glass. I don't know. I know there was 4 of them. I think I had all 4. I got them when I was a kid. And I never drank out of them because I really liked Garfield when I was a kid. So I think the stickers on them and stuff are still in really, or the art on them is still in really good shape. It's not like scratched up or anything. And I don't know what you could fetch for these, really, like I said. And I'm going to have to put them back in all these stupid bags when I'm done because I'm afraid my cats will break them somehow. They broke my C-3PO applause mug. Well, here's another one. Odie with a collar on him and Garfield's on the skateboard. That one's a little dirty on the inside. You know, I like to use spit for everything. That one could use a little bit of cleaning, but not too bad. I used to put coins and stuff in them, so they're not really as clean as they could be. So that's 3 different styles. I think this is the 4th one. If I'm right, it's got some blue in it. Well, no, that wasn't it. Hey, I don't know what that is. It's a Welcome to 30 coffee mug. I don't know. Maybe I don't have the 4th one. I thought I did. I know it's got blue. It's blue. I might have it around here somewhere. I know these are Batman Forever glasses from McDonald's. That kind of blows me away. I thought I had the 4th one. I know I used to when I was a kid. Okay, here's Robin. It's a Batman Forever glass. Looks pretty cool when it's got liquid in it. And they are glass. McDonald's logo on the bottom. And these were made, I don't know, whenever that movie came out. I can't read. Golly, what's wrong with me? Getting old sucks. My eyes suck. I can't read it. It says Robin. I don't freaking know. Trademark. 1995. Got it. This one's the Batman, if that one's the Robin. Those are the 2 that I bought, was Batman and Robin. Yeah, this is the Batman one here. I guess that would have been the Val Kilmer Batman. Anyway, be careful with those. The cats are on the bed, so they'll start jangling together. Okay. I told him that I'd gotten some... I don't know if all of these are JLAs or whether the Star Wars ones are in here too. I told him I'd gotten a set of Justice League. It's not a complete set because I don't know how many they actually did of them. But I told him I had gotten a set of these, and I'm kind of unwrapping them as I'm talking here. A set of these Justice League of America Pepsi glasses at my grandmother's Flea Mart, or Flea Mall, Flea Market, whatever you want to call it. And that I think I paid like $40 for the set. One of them, that one, the paint job on it's not that great. I didn't notice when I bought them, but they didn't color within the lines on that one. Okay. Yeah. 5, 6. That one didn't come with these. That one I found separately, so I was like, oh, there was more than that. This is a McDonald's. This is a Star Wars glass. I can tell by the thickness of it. Yeah. And last one, folks. Sorry about this. You should see the wrappers on the bed. I mean, it's freaking crazy. All right, we're still rolling. I want to make sure it was rolling. Okay. And then I got to check again to make sure I didn't just check wrong. Okay, folks. I'll show the Return of the Jedi ones first. I think they made 4. Like he said, they usually had like 4 per set. I got these up at my grandmother's restaurant. Or flea mall, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. She called it a flea mall. But it's a Return of the Jedi Burger King glass. The Burger King logo's down here. But, yeah, these are from 1983. So these are you know, from the time period. This one's pretty cool. This one's got a Slave Leia and a Gamorrean guard, and then it's got the band, and then Jabba and Max. Is that not Max Rebo? Max Rebo is the guy with the keyboard. Salacious Crumb. Yeah. Coca-Cola Burger King glasses from Return of the Jedi. I have 2 of those. I think there was 4 of them. I'm really worried that this stuff's going to get broken. So that's why I had it all packaged up. Okay, here's the JLAs. I'll try to do this a little quicker. I'll show you the one with the messed up paint job first. Why not? The first one is a Wonder Woman JLA. Now you can kind of see the paint down here is messed up. It should be yellow. It looks like the red plate went over the yellow and it should have been on the bottom for some reason. But these are Pepsi glasses, the Super Series, 1976. I am glad I have one, but the paint job on that one is not that great for the Wonder Woman. Superman. Blue logo, blue and red. They evidently didn't want to spring for the 3rd color when they were making these glasses. This one says Collector's Series, 1975. So this is a Super Series, so these aren't even from the same series. This one's from 75. This one's from 76. I thought they're shaped the same and they weigh about the same, so it kind of makes sense I would have thought they were. Here's the one I found separate, and it's pretty faded. Looks like it was washed many times. That would be the Flash. And this one says Super Series on it as well, 1976. So this one's from the same series as the Wonder Woman. Okay, Robin. Really, the Superman's the only one that has the logo, and he's not on both sides. This one's also a Super Series. So maybe there were 4 in the Super Series, and then the Superman one was the original. It's possible, but there's one character missing out of here, out of the JLA, that I thought should be in it. Aquaman. I hope these are coming out okay in the camera. I tried to light better. I've tried some different shit. I tried to deal with my phone. I thought about trying to film with the phone again tonight, but it seemed like the color kept kind of bouncing in and out or shifting, and the brightness would kind of brighten up and drop out. And it just, I'm back to using the flip cam again. You know, old school to me, but it works, and I don't think it gets that bad of a picture, and I am adding a little more light in here, so. The final one, you can probably guess, is Batman. And this one's pretty sweet. I like this one a lot, the Batman one. Of course, Superman and Batman are probably tied, but they're probably some of my favorites. As far as DC goes, Batman's probably my favorite DC character. Superman would be a close second. But this is pretty sweet. It's got the old style Batman logo. This is Super Series as well. That's why I'm saying maybe this Superman one they made originally, like by itself, and then they decided since he's Superman, the next release, well, there's 5 of them, should be the Super Series. So the person I think is missing is Green Lantern, and I don't know why there's no Green Lantern, or if. Maybe I should look. I've never tried. Maybe I need to write down Super Series. But, yeah, I picked those up, I think $40 for the 5, and then I bought the Flash one separate, I think for $1 or $2. And then I think I paid $2 a piece for the Return of the Jedi ones. But, you know, I wasn't buying them from my grandmother. I was buying them from a booth at her place. If I was getting them from my grandma, she probably would have just gave them to me, or, you know, he said, give me $1, you know, something like that. You know, so, that's pretty cool. That's a lot of glasses that I'm going to have to rewrap. No, I've been wanting to show those in the past for a while, and I just finally dug them out. But I got a couple little things here. I got this capture cable for the video you just watched. I know you were like, damn, that's fast. Well, I ordered it. I shot that video for the capture card thing a couple days ago. So this is the, this is what I ordered, a female to male adapter, so I can do systems that have an RF audio visuals, but there's no jacks actually on the system. Because how I did the 3DO has the audio visual jacks on the back, and so I can do it the way I have it set up for systems that have audio visual jacks on the back. But anything that you need an RF cable for, I needed one of these. So we will try shortly, maybe that D gameplay for my cousin, and see how that comes out, shooting with the capture card and actually using it and recording. Like I said, I figured out my stupid ass too also remembered, hey, you can wear headphones, dummy, while you're recording, so I could have the volume turned up on the game and just have headphones on and be playing it and record myself talking or yelling or cussing or whatever the hell I'm doing, you know. So anyway, this is kind of a cool cable. It's all in one, as opposed, you know, it's connected here, so it's not like 3 little separate deals. That's why this was like $4. I don't know. But I've got one more little packagey thing, and I had talked about this. I told you that I had ordered a Virtua Racing case from a guy, and it was like a replacement case, and the game didn't even fit in it. And it kind of pissed me off. I mean, I left the guy an okay feedback, but I was like, you know, it came quick and it looks nice, but the game doesn't fit in it, you know. And so I went on eBay the next day, and this is the only one they had on there, but I think it was like $6.50. I don't even know. He probably put this damn slip in here. Yeah, it was $6.50. I just bought the case, an original case. Now it's missing the hang tab. It's broke off, and it doesn't have the directions, but it's an original case at least for the game. So I'm not like, where the hell did I put the game? Boy, find the game now. Play hunt for the game. Of course, I don't freaking have it right here. Oh, here it is. See, what sucks is the case that I had that doesn't have the stuff to put the art in has the hang tab on it. So let's snap that sucker in there. I guess eventually I could buy the directions. The directions were about $4 or $5 as well to kind of complete the copy. A full copy was running about $14 to $16. And I don't know. It's kind of like Fantastic Dizzy. I was going to try to buy a replacement case for the game I have. But if it's like that and it's not going to fit, which I think it is, because all the replacement cases for Fantastic Dizzy the guy had, I think it was the same seller as the one I got the Virtual Racing case from. I'm drying out, folks. But he was talking about, Chal Izor was talking about trying to piece together games as opposed to buying them complete and maybe being able to do it a little cheaper. And you know what, buddy? There is potential in that. And a case in point right there, I could maybe pay another $5 and get, I already have the game, so I didn't have to buy the game at this point. I don't know what I paid for it originally, so that's kind of out the window. But to buy a full copy right now, it cost me $14-16, but I bought that for $6.50. I can probably get the instruction booklet for about another $5 or so. So $11 as opposed to $14. That's a little bit of a savings. And over time, you know, I mean, that adds out. But here's the case in point. This is one of my games I kind of was holding out on showing because I had some other pickup stuff. This one's not in as good a shape as some of the other ones that I had recently picked up, but it was so cheap I couldn't deny it. And it was missing the directions, so I actually bought the directions separate. So this is another case where I pieced it together. But it is a Nintendo box game. It's in, I'd say this box is probably in about a 6.5 out of 7. But it's the game RoboCop. Now the box is okay. It looks like it's got some stressing along this edge. And since it's mainly black, it's got a lot of little chipping out of it. But it's not split out on the bottom. I mean, it doesn't look like it was ever split out on the bottom. And the front art looks nice, and there's no boogers on it. I keep saying has both the fold-in tabs. And the cart looked good. Just a regular sleeve. But this is what it was, cart and game. So I took to eBay again, and I found the directions for $5, and I paid $5 for that. So I got the whole thing for $10, and I think that a complete copy was going for about $17 or $18, and they weren't in much better condition, to be honest. It's funny how some of the, I think Snestastic was saying in one of his videos, his most recent pickups video, that it's funny how some games, the shittier the title, sometimes the harder it is to find a good box for it. Because if it was a good title, people kept the boxes in better shape. But if it was a title that's not as coveted, people just tore the hell out of the boxes or threw them away or whatever. So it is harder sometimes to hunt down the elusive shittier title, you know. So this is kind of a big mishmash video. I don't even know what to make of it. So I may try to use the phone again. We'll see. I'm going to shoot some stuff probably for myself and see how it comes out. See what I can do with it in Adobe Premiere to see what we can get out of it. If I'm still seeing that flicker and stuff, I'm just going to stick with the old Flipster here. So anyway, folks, thanks for coming by. Go check out Chal Izor. Like I said, he's dipping his toe. He's got a couple of vids, but he likes to interact with people. So, you know, I think he's cool. He's laid back, you know, and I dig it. So go check him out. And any and all people that want to put up videos, I am there watching them. I've been watching pretty regular. I've been checking my feed every day, and I'm back on the horse. So. And I'm excited, and I hope some of you are excited and having fun too with whatever you're doing, and having fun watching some of the shit that I'm doing. Maybe I'm bringing a little smile to your face, or maybe you're like, man, fuck this guy. But anyway, why is he putting out so many goddamn videos? But anyway, I'm going to sign off. Thanks for coming by, drinking a little pink tea, a little diet tea. This stuff is really good. And I'll see you next video.